The UCL round of 16 is today. And well, we're finally back and I'm gonna give you my whole predictions for the whole thing. Now, first game you have, even though it's a Wednesday game, it's PSG versus Chelsea. The rematch of the Club World Cup. Which obviously Chelsea got the better of them that day, and well, PSG is gonna want revenge for that. And there's also no Enzo Maresca, which obviously that was their big game manager. And now also considering that PSG doesn't have a game in between these games, it's just straight up Chelsea. I have PSG going through to the quarterfinals. Next game is Gala versus Liverpool. Now, considering that Juve could have almost had a comeback, I really do think that Liverpool can get a good result in Turkey and then bring it back home and then actually win the game. So with that being said, I have Liverpool going through to the next round. Next, we have the European Classico Real Madrid versus City. Considering the injuries, considering no Mbappe, no Jude for the first leg, no Carreras, which was announced today, I need a big game performance from Vinny, and some of me wants to say that he's going to miss the second leg, that something's gonna happen where he's gonna get mad, he's gonna do something, and he's just gonna get a straight up yellow card and miss the second leg. Which, by the way, we have so many players that could potentially get a yellow card and miss the second leg, which as much as I want to say we're gonna come out with a positive result at the Bernabeu and then go to the Etihad, I just can't. Yes, City goes through, blah blah blah. Hopefully I'm wrong. Next we have Atalanta versus Bayern Munich. Now I want to be honest, I don't think Atalanta can do anything. Bayern has only lost and they only lost against Arsenal. Now I did want to say we were gonna get an upset, but I just can't fully believe it, so I have Bayern Munich going through like everyone else does. Next we have Newcastle versus Barca. We had this game already. Barca came out winning 2-1, 2 Rashford beautiful goals. Now I want to say there's gonna be a tie in the first leg. Newcastle's gonna give us what we want, but unfortunately in the second leg I got Barca going through. Next you have Atleti versus Tottenham, a true Europa League game, and I'm going to be highly upset if Atletico does lose this game. As much as I want to laugh at them, there's no way they lose to Tottenham. So obviously with that being said, I have Atleti going through. Next we have the fairy tale story of Bodo against Sporting, who is currently in second place in their league. Both of these teams don't have a game in between, meaning that they will be fully rested for both games. So this should be a great game. Bodo's on a 9-game winning streak and Sporting's on a 12-game winning streak, which as much as I want to believe in the Bodo fairy tale, I think I'm gonna have to side with Sporting in this game, which obviously means Sporting for me goes through. And then we get Arsenal versus Bayer Leverkusen, two teams that went invincible, but unfortunately Leverkusen is just not that team anymore. I personally have Arsenal going through easily this game, which now means that Gyökeres will be playing his old club Sporting. Atleti and Barca rematch again. PSG versus Liverpool. Man City versus Bayern, unless Real Madrid wins. But then me personally, I have Liverpool beating PSG. People might not agree with this, but I have City beating Bayern, Arsenal beating Sporting, and Barca getting their revenge against Atleti. Now in the semifinals, I have City beating Liverpool. Then you have Barca and Arsenal, which any of these two can legit make it to the finals. But I do think if Barca makes it this far, I do think they will make it to the finals. Unless they lose to Atleti, then I have Arsenal going to the final. But with that being said, I have Barca in the finals versus Man City. And this finals in Budapest 2026, I have Man City saving football and Man City beats Barca in the finals. Now with all that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. This might be the worst prediction I've ever made, but let's see what happens at the end.